Hello everybody, and welcome to another Man Card Monday with Michelle. Thanks for stopping by today. I have this super fun card that was originally adapted by Sandy Allnock, and I thought I'd share that with you guys today. So it opens like this. It's an altered tri-panel card. So you have a lot of space to write your message. And this is what it looks like from the top. So it's super fun. Now, let's get started, shall we? All of the measurements will be on my page. All of my measurements will be on my blog post, so make sure to go check that out. So we are going to start with a 5.5 by 12 inch piece of black cardstock. We will have 2 pieces of background and texture paper that are 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. We will have 4 pieces of background and texture paper that are 1 3/4 by 1 1/4. 2 pieces of yet another background and texture paper that are 2 1/4 by 1 3/4. We will also have some white daisy, some New England ivy, and some more white daisy here. Let's get started. So I am going to bring in my scoreboard. And I am going to be scoring the black cardstock here. And we are going to score at 2 inches. However, we're not going to come all the way down. We're going to come down to about 1.5 inches. We're going to score at 4 inches all the way down. 6 inches, again to about 1.5. And then 8 inches all the way down. We are going to go ahead and rotate our paper around, and at our 10-inch mark we're going to come down about 1.5 inches, and our 6-inch again about 1.5 inches. It's approximate, and we are done scoring. We are going to remove our paper from our scoring board. We are going to bring in our trimmer. And with our largest unscored piece at the bottom of our trimmer, we are going to line up at 1.5 inches. And we are going to trim between the short score lines. So we went from here to here. Then we're going to move to 4 inches. And if you have marks on your trimmer, you are going to be cutting from 6 inches up to 2 inches. Or vice versa, 2 inches down to 6 inches. And now we have the basis for our card. All right, so the right hand side is going to fold over completely. We are going to fold the left over completely. And we're going to open that up, and we are going to push down the top and the bottom pieces, and we're going to push up the center piece. So you can see how I'm doing that there. And we are going to bend along these lines and these lines, just slightly pinching them so that they can learn where it is that they need to go. And then we are going to burnish everything, including the inside, which it's hard to show on camera because we can't open this completely because it would do that. All right, so now we have our card ready to embellish. But before we do that, let's do some stamping. We are going to use some Mink ink on our large white daisy piece. And we are going to stamp our mountains. And then we're just going to line these up and do that again. And we are done stamping for that piece. We are going to bring in our white daisy circle. And we are just going to stamp once at the bottom. We are going to stamp our sunshine at the top right corner. Not that circles have a corner. And then our New England ivy, we are going to stamp the word explore. And we're going to just go straight across the center of our piece, like that. Our stamping is complete. Let's start gluing. So before we do that, I'm actually going to take my black shin hand marker and I am going to go around the outside of my circle. And I'm going to do this just to give a slightly finished look to my card, so the white doesn't show through nearly as much. Next, I'm going to take my liquid glass and place it around the outside edge of my frame. And then very carefully line it up on our white daisy piece. All right, we are going to allow that to dry while we glue the rest of our card together. To glue this together, we are centering this white panel inside our far right panel. Next up, we have our green plaid pieces. We are centering them in their panels as well. Super simple. Next, we are going to adhere our blue stars, or blue with stars rather. And again, centering in their little space here. And then we are going to do our trees. like before, we are just centering all of our pieces in their respective spots, making sure our trees are right side up, and our card base is done. I'm going to burnish this one more time. And now we are going to glue the front on. So we are going to put foam tape across the center here, and then in a couple spots along the way, making sure to not have it exposed on the back side there. This card is super fast and easy to put together. All right, so I have learned that if you place foam tape in this upper corner here, and then again down here on the green, lining up with your blue, that it lines up perfectly. And then if you do the same right next to that, you have your whole piece covered. Now just remove the backings. And make sure that your circle is centered, that your word is straight, and that all of the foam tape is covered. And there you have your card. That went together super fast, super easy. I hope you enjoyed this card. Who would you give yours to? Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you liked the card that we made. Please click subscribe below, and if you click the bell next to it, it will notify you when I have new videos that go live. Thank you so much. See you again next week. Bye-bye.